All right, so it's been a while, but I'm going to finally get you some more content. I'm Sam Spence, Band of Brothers Martial Arts here in Bloomington, Illinois. And what we're going to do today is we're going to kind of cover what we would normally do to start off our Kali class. Usually after we do our salute in, we'll run through a double stick warm-up. It doesn't matter if we're doing double stick or we're doing single stick, knife, dos manos, whatever it is, we'll do a double stick warm-up. Just because it engages both arms, gets your back moving. A lot of times we'll get the lower body engaged, that kind of stuff. Usually what we do is sort of a set couple patterns, but based on what we do for the rest of class, we'll add other motions. So for instance, if we're going to be doing a lot of Watik type motions or Abanico type motions, then we'll do more of those in our warm-up. If we're going to be doing a lot more of heavy shots or really repping out, hitting on the cones, or the tire, then we'll do more redondos during our warm-up. If we're going to be doing a lot of sitting, standing, kneeling, lying down, getting up, getting down, that kind of stuff, then we really make sure we focus on getting our lower body engaged. So what I'm going to try and show you in this video is just sort of our core movements. Movements that almost every single class we will warm up with, just because it's a great way to sort of start your body off. Engage your body moving. So what we'll do here is we'll start the same way we normally start our class. You take both hands and you hammer them straight down and you rise up through your toes. So you're taking the tips of your sticks and you're trying to cut them down by your legs. As you do, you rise up on your toes. Okay, you should be working everything from your calves and the arches of your feet and your arms all the way up. If I turn this way so you can maybe see it a little bit better, I'm just swinging my sticks and moving my feet up simultaneously. Now from this same angle, I'm going to show you the next thing that we usually do, and that's going to be, instead of focusing on cutting down, we're going to be focusing on thrusting up and over our shoulder. So this is going to go thrust up and arch your back. Thrust up and arch your back. Thrust up and arch your back. There we go, good. So you can obviously combine those two. Now, the number of reps that we do on this video is going to be most likely shorter than what we would actually do in class, but I'm just trying to get as much information as I can to you in a short amount of time. So, next one that we usually tend to go to is just open and close, but as we do this sort of hugging motion, my right hand's on top, then my left hand's on top. Right hand's on top, then my left hand's on top. Most of the time when I'm having people do this, I have them start to work a footwork pattern of their choice. Whatever footwork pattern they choose, they can work that footwork pattern just to kind of get their brain in the game with their upper body and lower body moving independently of one another. It doesn't matter which footwork. It also doesn't matter if you do a footwork. Right now I'm just trying to make sure we get both halves up running. So next one we'll do is we'll do our doble caras. Okay, so we'll get our sticks, put a foot forward, doesn't matter which one, and we'll work a downward diagonal, downward diagonal, downward diagonal, downward diagonal. We're going to work with both of our sticks swinging at the same time, same angle. When we first start this off, we especially if you're hurting or you got bum shoulders or something, Ken, we start this off nice and easy with your arms. But then as you get a little bit more loose, start to really turn in your whole body behind these strikes. Then again, I'll have them switch your feet. Do the same progression. Work your doble cara motions, twisting all the way through your strikes. Then we do our doble caras, but we do them as uppercuts. I really like the uppercut because it's such a great way of moving your body. It really seems to almost engage your body more. It's a little easier for people to really use their whole body on uppercuts than it is going down, it seems. All right, so next one we usually do is we'll actually drop the sticks down so we have like a middle grip, okay? And what we'll do is we'll just keep our elbows tight to our sides, and we'll roll our Abanico Watiks, and we'll roll them side to side just like so. This is also usually a portion of class where We kind of do some banter, we kind of catch up, see how things are going for everybody during the week. Because this is not necessarily that physically intensive, it's just one of those things where it's a good idea to be like, hey, how you doing today, that kind of stuff. And the reason why I'm doing this video for you guys is so that you can keep this sort of warm-up process going, and you can do this on your own before you start doing some of the other videos we put out. Next one is you still keep your elbows by your side, but instead of rolling your wrists out, externally rotating them, we're going to flex them forward and back. We're going to just bring this shot in here like this, like you're just flicking water. Get your wrists warmed up the other direction. Then you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to have your arms straight out. So you roll them externally, internally, and you flick that water. Then up over your head, external, internal rotation. And then flick the water. And then the last one we'll do is we'll actually get this as far back behind your back as you can. Put some extra torque in here on your rotators. And then you're going to start rolling them external. And then try and flick it. It's a lot funkier feeling when you do this one. All right. So we've warmed up our forearms and our wrists. Now I want to make sure we get our shoulders a little bit more. So the first thing we did was the doble pares. That's going to be a really good full body. This one I really want to hit the shoulders hard. Okay. So what we're going to do is you pick an angle. Okay. Usually people pick the 1 because it's the easiest. I'll pick the 3. I also like picking number 8. Again, numbering systems are all different. So what I'm calling a 3 might be a 5 to you. What I'm calling an 8 might be a 7 to you. It really, I could get lost in the weeds of doing different numbering systems, but once you understand that a horizontal is a horizontal, a diagonal is a diagonal, and a vertical is a vertical, it's not going to matter that much anyway. So what we're going to do here, except for cultural reasons, which you want to make sure you preserve the art and the systems of those before us. That's when it matters. So now what we're going to do is we're going to pick, we'll pick a head-high horizontal. I just want to work this as a redondo motion. Just get our redondos going. If you are wanting to get this as a full body workout, do 1 high, 1 low, 1 high, 1 low, high and low. And just for continuity's sake, I'll do the same angle. So this is going to be a back end of my left. We'll do the same side here. We'll go high and low. All right, so usually at this stage of the game, most people's arms are fairly warmed up. Again, we'll spend extra time on certain drills just to try and hammer in on some of the stuff we're going to touch on during class. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go into working our core and our lower body a bit more. So what we'll do next is we'll pick a footwork pattern for the day or for the week for that matter, depending on what we're going into again. So what I'll do during this video here is I will work our lateral triangles here, but as I do the lateral triangles, I'm going to focus on dropping my weight, okay? So instead of just being a lateral triangle and I step, and I step, and I step, I'm going to really focus on dropping my weight in, dropping my weight in, dropping my weight in, dropping my weight in, just like that. So you can use this as a cut, and a cut, and a cut would be closing strikes. I can do it as opening strikes. But this hunkered down position and this twisting of my core is a great way to warm up your stomach, your core, and your legs. Last but not least, we will usually do some sort of a Sinwali pattern. You've seen these time and time again on these videos. If you haven't, I've got some more videos you should check out. So it doesn't really matter which one we do on this. We'll do inner, back, and inward, right? So we'll go 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, and 3. Now, depending upon your skill level as you do this, You can run through these with your feet, moving simultaneously. You can change the angles of your strikes. You can go high, low, and high, 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 and low. You can cut horizontal, vertical, whatever you want to do, right? I'm kind of giving away the topic of another video I wanted to cover. So I'm going to leave it at that. But what we would usually do here is just run through our Sinwali pattern. Most of the time these are still as solo drills, but here now that we can actually start having a little bit more contact, especially if we stay at range, we've been playing with actually hitting the sticks together and working our Sinwali patterns to continue that warm up. So I hope this makes sense. I hope that it helps you kind of start your day off if you want to use it as a morning warm up, or if it wants to start off your training session with this. It really doesn't take that long. Like I said, if you want to do each of these sets for 30 seconds, that's a good enough warm up for you. If you want to do each of them for a minute, that'll really warm you up nicely, and then you're ready for the rest of your workout. Thank you.